chromatic scales. Gotta relax. Why are you asking? About the Guarded featuring Cody Simpson? I'm going to have to mute. Let's see. Well, no, maybe not. If it's, let's see. Guarded. Produced, no, wrote the guitar for or played guitar on. I have to hear it. I don't know. Let's see. Guarded featuring 12 days ago. All right. Let's hear it. Oh, I got an ad. Because I don't have YouTube Premium. You think I would, but no, it's not me. We started out just physical. Told each other we were and there was no need to think twice. Yeah, that's probably Andrew Watt. He was pretty much, well, oh no, that could be totally, actually that to me sounds like Dan Cantor. So probably not me. Doesn't sound like me. I mean, did I add anything to it? It never got. No, not even those licks sound like me. Nope, I don't think I worked on that one. I mean, I think I worked on like 5 songs for that record. I could probably pull up the Union the bill that I sent, because I think at the time we had titles, and so I put those on there. But let's see. What's going on, everybody? Good morning here in Los Angeles. It's 9 o'clock. Well, I'm a little late, 9:19. Got caught up in a YouTube wormhole. You know how that is. I opened up YouTube to log in and go live, and then all of a sudden there was a video like, oh shoot, what's that? It was about Logic and some of the new features in Logic, which are cool. There's some AI stuff in there where you can drop in like a track, like a Beatles song, and it'll separate the vocals and the drums and the guitars and the bass and everything into separate tracks, which is great. You know, if you do that and you steal someone's bass line, you're going to get sued. So it's not like you can do that. But I did that last year at a pop session where the artist really liked this one song, and the engineer basically dropped the song into, and he had some AI software that allowed him to take the drums out, just separate it so it was just the drums. So I was able to, we were writing over the drums of this song that he liked. We didn't keep the drums, but we just, the vibe, and we probably changed the tempo a little bit. And we didn't, obviously the song wasn't anything like the original song that we grabbed the drums from. You might say that there would be some potential legal issues with inspiration, but I just don't think I don't think that's valid, because we could have had a drummer in there and said, hey, you know, in fact, we could have easily, in probably not much more time, programmed a drum vibe, the exact same vibe, which I've done 1,000 times, where I program, you know, go, oh, I really like that drum pattern, so let me program it, and then I, you know, where do I have drums here? You know, it's like, you can't hear the kick because I have all the bottom rolled off here. See. But if I, you know, if it was a drum pattern like that I really liked, you know, I'm like, oh, cool, let me drop that in, and then that'll inspire me to write something. One of the things that when artists will send me a song, they go, hey, I want to do something like this. If it's a song I know, you know, there's no way to really turn off my brain. If it's a song I've never heard before, I will literally listen to about 3 or 4 seconds of it just to kind of get a sense of it. I really don't want to plagiarize or even come close to doing that. One of the things when a song actually gets released on a major label, you have to sign a piece of paper saying you did not steal it from anything, you did not sample it from anything, or if you did, you got to let them know, so that they can go and get permissions from that party. So yeah, so I'm usually kind of writing music in a vacuum. I just kind of sit around. I put up a pattern, you know, like I could mute these. I don't even know what the pattern is we have here. You know, and I just let it inspire me, whatever. So that's kind of. Now put the. I don't want. Boy, that is. Why is it not going down? There we go. That is some roll off on that bass. let me. Well, you kind of need it, otherwise it gets woofy. So yeah, yeah. I have a meter right here on OBS I try to keep it in the low yellow if I can. And so that the bass will definitely jack it up. So I have to be real careful. All right. So let's see. Now we're gonna talk about another 2-chord progression. I'm gonna go ahead. Maybe today I'll do it. I'll pull out a different guitar to do it. I've got some video ideas. I don't know. My YouTube revenue is way down. I mean, it's just almost nothing. And so mainly because I haven't had any other videos catch lightning, and I don't think any of these ones that I'm thinking of doing are gonna get struck by lightning. You know, you really have to hit on some giant idea that a lot of people are interested in, and the 7 tips video is still my #1 video. That probably will never change unless if I strike gold again. Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick because I want to see what are my top videos. It should say published. Yeah, I see. Oh, top videos. Here we go. Go to channel analytics. Yeah. So yeah, 7 tips for older beginners. In the last, what is this period? I don't know. Is this 48 hours? I don't know. Oh, this must be the last 28 days. Yeah, 7 tips is 16,000 views, which is great. I'm not complaining. But it's the next one is 3,600 views, and that's my bluegrass jam track. In fact, I've got 2 bluegrass jam tracks in the top 100. I should probably do one in C. I don't know if I've done one in C before. And then play most any song in open D, play most any song in Dadgad. Those 2 are really popular. But you know, when I say popular, I mean 3,200 spins in a month, 2,300 spins in a month. Seven more tips for older beginners. So that's kind of the long-awaited follow-up to that my hit. I'm a one-hit wonder, basically, is what I'm saying. And then the original one that I did, 5 songs with only 2 chords. That one is doing well, you know, and those will move around. The reason I've done the last 2 videos I've done, which is the 3 scales in D minor and 3 scales in E minor, is because this one 3 scales in C major has actually entered the top 10 on a consistent basis. When I look at, oh wait, that's since published, yeah. I mean, it still hasn't generated enough income to be worth my time. It was published when? Boop, boop, boom, 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 boom. When was that video published? I don't know. Oh, thanks, John. God bless you. That helps a lot. Anyway, whenever it was published, it's not... Oh, wait, I can click duh. It'll say on the video, right? View on YouTube. All right, so let me mute this, though.
No effect.
Boop. Okay. 2 years ago. So, yeah, I'll tell you right now, it's only made $39 in 2 years. Now, if it makes another $39 in the next 2 years, and it actually is... I'll do a screen grab of the chart for... This is since published. So, this, to me, is unusual. You know what? I'm going to show you all of the analytics here, including the amount of money. I'm not... All right, let's see. Will this just drag over here? Yeah. Oh, nope. It disappeared because it changed locations. Hold on. Desktop, where are you? There we go. All right. Okay, so let's look at this. This is some YouTube information here. Look at so I don't know if you can see at the bottom. There's like a lighter shade of gray at the bottom. Okay, and that's where my normal range is for videos. So you can see where this one sat in that range for, what does that say, 400 days or something? What is that? Yeah, 522 days. Right about here, it started to break away. And recently, you can even see a bend in the analytic there. And you can see the total revenue there, $39. So I'm not getting rich on YouTube. I also don't put a lot of ads in my videos. You'll get an ad at the beginning. If it's a jam track, I will not put an ad in the middle. I don't want to do that to you. So I suffer for that. There's an ad at the end, but nobody ever gets to the end of a video unless you just walk out of the room and forget that it's playing. The cool thing there, look, I've gotten 212 subscribers from this video. Now, I don't know if this is helpful information or not, but you know, if you're an aspiring YouTuber, I think it's interesting that you're hearing less and less about, you know, YouTube creators, all that. Yeah, you're hearing more on the TikTok thing, and you know, whatever's going to be next is going to be the next source of where people are like making decent money on it. I still like doing this. I still like hanging out with you guys on Monday. So I plan on continuing this. I may actually shoot 3 videos today. We'll see. Once we're done here, I want to do this. I want to do the jam track where I did it at the same time, like where you see me play, because I feel like that's a little bit instructive. Now that video, the jam track, and jam tracks tend to do pretty well. Let me go back to, where would that be here? Content. Okay. That track has only gotten, and it's under the gray. Okay. It's only gotten 567 views. And it's been out for, it's been out for 70 days. So I've made $3 on it. Now, you know, it's an annuity. But I don't feel like this one's moved. This needle is moving very much. It's gotten 6 views in the last 48 hours. I'll do a screen grab of this so we can see this, and then we're gonna do a new progression. So that's what. So I'm gonna do the minor, like the A minor to D7 jam, and I'll just film myself playing along with it. Hopefully, I won't mess up. The last time I played all 10 minutes and didn't make a mistake. So I generally won't make a mistake in that context, I don't think, because I'm just kind of in the zone. Okay, so let me delete this, remove this one, all right? Actually, no, let's not remove it. Let's just make it small and put it over here so I can reference it. Okay, now we got another one here. And so you can see the $3, the amazing $3. But see the gray, now you can see the light gray. This is why I wanted to show you this. You can see this video, and this is the jam track that I did, where you could see my hands. This one is tracking under my normal. So my normal, by this time, my average video would be somewhere between, what does that say? 1,500 and 1,000 views normally, which is still not, you know, wouldn't generate. Like if this were 3 times this, I'd have $9. It's not game changer, right? So, oh yeah, the analytic tool is great. Thank you, Joseph. The analytic tools are phenomenal. I really, it's very, very helpful. I mean, it's helpful to know. Here's another thing, like if, let's see, another piece of information that they give you. I don't even know if I'm allowed to share this with you. Isn't that funny? I don't know if YouTube would be mad at me for doing this. But engagement. Now see, now that one's only gained me 2 subscribers. In fact, it might have lost me a couple subscribers. In fact, if I click on it, no, it just gained me. Let's see, watch time. Typical perform. Oh, I see. Engagement. Here we go. Average duration. Yeah, so this one, I have the information here. It tells me the average view duration on this 10-minute, 11-minute video is only 1:20. So I think people think that maybe something more important is going to happen. But I don't think, let's see, analytics. I just want to see if there's any, if it's still like it up. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. 29 likes. Oh, that information is somewhere else. Where is that information? Channel content. Oh, here it is. It's at 100% likes. So it's not like people are going, oh, this is what it is, dislike, and stop watching after a minute. But that's the average, the 120. That's the average. That means there are people like 10 seconds in, they're like, nope. For every person that's like 2 minutes in watching it, there's someone that's watching 10 seconds in and turning it off. So, you know, boy, do not get your self-esteem from from social media, okay? I mean, dang, it's brutal. So yeah, I don't really, I don't take it any of this personally, only because here's the thing, okay? I'm just as guilty of clicking on a video and watching it for 10 seconds than anyone. So I'm not immune to that, and so I don't expect other people to be. I don't think I'm that engaging. So speaking of, what's the link on this video? Let me no. Because I should probably post on Twitter or something that I'm live. Yeah. So, oh, no, not that. I gotta, hold on a second. Go to YouTube, go to my channel, and then click on this. We got 20 people watching. All right, it's muted, that's good. Oh, I can go right to that. That makes it easy. All right. See if we get anybody else watching from that. And then I can also, it gives me, I can promote it. Let's see, WhatsApp. No. Reddit. No, I don't really. Blogger. Pinterest. Hilarious. Talk. I don't know that one. Facebook. What Facebook am I going to here? It's all right. Somebody want to post on Discord, we can do that. See, I shouldn't open Facebook or else they'll be like, oh, look who's doing so, let's see. All right, so, all right, let me close this window. Let me close this window. Okay, go back to this one. Don't need that one. All right. So interesting though, huh? Some of that analytics stuff is pretty interesting. Okay. Now, we were jamming on this 2-chord vamp, A minor, 7th to D7. And so I uploaded that. So what I'm gonna do is let me see the bass here. I'm gonna go to the bass part, 3. See, I wanna see, yeah, oh, that's weird. What's the heck is that? Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. So I'm going to have to change the bass pattern. What I'll do is I'll duplicate the bass here. Okay. And then I'm going to mute the old bass and I'll come up with a new bass. I'm going to change this chord progression. Okay. So we had A minor 7. Sorry, I'm just going to give a little more volume in here. Wow, that's a lot of reverb. And some delay. That's better. Okay, we had A minor 7. 7, and that's basically the 2 and the 5 chord in the key of G. So these chords don't really have any notes that really contradict each other. Okay, when we went A7 to D7, we definitely had a real distinct change between the C sharp and the A7 chord and the C natural and the D7 chord. So we had to really navigate that. And we kind of had it last week. We kind of did a little bit of a forced navigation because over this jam, I can just play G major scale. I could just play G major scale over that and it's going to totally work. But the problem with that, and I said this before, was it can lead you to being a little bit less interesting. And so what we looked at what's the most interesting change occurring here between the A minor 7 and the D7, and it was the G note, which is the 7th of the A minor 7. You see that up here, boop, A, C, E, G. Okay, and then that D7, it kind of gives you, that's kind of that's actually what's happening. You can even see it here. I'm going this, if the top 3 strings, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2. Oh. Yeah, exactly right. The scale would be A Dorian that you could totally play. But last week, I don't know if I know you were here last week, John, just for a minute. I think you weren't able to hang out too long. But we created kind of this scale, almost more of a minimalist scale, not that much. We took out 1 note. So instead of a 7-note scale, we had a 6-note scale. And what we did was we did A Dorian without an F sharp. So it was this. Over the A minor 7 chord, so that when we got to the D7 chord, we would play A Dorian without the G note, but play the F sharp. And so you would have something that would allow you to So it just makes a subtle change to the scale. It's just, and I may have referenced it, I'm not sure, but the Oppenheimer song, he takes where is it? Downloads. Yeah. So the scale that he plays is in G, so same key, and it's like this. He plays basically around a G major scale, you could say, without ever hitting the A note. So he created, by he I mean Ludwig Göransson, created a melodic theme that was very mathematical, which makes sense because it's Oppenheimer, you know, the pattern. That's it. Shoot. Oh, is it? Yeah, and then the next one will be. Let's see. Something like that, but he's using the same pattern, climbing up the fretboard, well, not the fretboard, the violin. The violins are playing the melody. And, sorry, I got to get the right screen up here. All right, there you are. Avoided the A at every opportunity. So it was almost like a math equation. And then what he did was a descending line is a different tempo than the ascending line. In fact, the ascending line's eighth notes, the descending line's triplets, but at a different tempo. And then it goes back to eighth notes, I think, for the ascending line and back to triplets. It's crazy. They actually thought they were going to piecemeal it and chop it up and record each section individually and mash it together. But they were able to do it by having the click of the new tempo clicking at the same time as the click of the current tempo. I mean, once you have a tempo in your head, you could probably keep going even if you hear a click that's contrary to that. But it took a lot of rehearsal. I heard it took a while to actually record it with the orchestra. I wonder how much cussing went on. So if this mode of A Dorian were to be written in notation, our key signature would be a G major. Yep, 1 sharp F exactly. Yeah, so when you're going through all the modes of the relative modes, the key signature would never change. There are weird key signatures where you can have a flat and a sharp. I've seen that before. Like I've seen key signature where you had a B flat and a C sharp. So basically, you just be like, okay, well, so. You could totally do that. Strangely that I say that. The chord progression that we're going to jam over, the new one, again, we're talking about playing over two chord progressions. Two chord progressions. What am I trying to say? Oh my goodness. I'm not drunk, I swear. Although I looked like I was drunk when I was walking to Starbucks, but I think it was because I was just so tired. As soon as I get out of bed, I'm like, okay, get the shoes on, let's go to Starbucks. And I'm like half asleep walking to Starbucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what would be kind of a Spanish thing, but it also could be, a lot of different styles of music use dominant seventh to a minor chord, the dominant 5 to a minor chord. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to change this from A minor 7 to D7, okay? But we're going to change it from basically A to D minor. You could do A7 to D minor. You would not do, in this context, generally you would not do A7 to D minor 7. You could, but the idea is you've got now, by doing this progression, you're creating basically a D melodic or D harmonic minor scale, which was that technically that scale that I just that notation where you could technically have C sharp and B flat in the same key. I mean, in the same key signature. If we did D minor 7, that means that D minor 7 we'd have to change to C. And one of the beautiful notes is that C sharp over the D minor. We're going to do it, and you're going to go, wow, that is sexy. Okay? But first, I have to create it. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go, boop. I'm going to duplicate the keys, and I'm just going to go start with the keys. All right. How long did I sit on those chords? Let me just listen. Oh, 2 bars. Yeah, I think I'll probably stick to that pattern. Keep it a little bit longer. So I'm going to sit on the A for. Yeah, that's probably beefier there. 2, 3, 4. So I did a little bit longer just so it's not too redundant. I'm going to select all, Command A, selects all, and I'm going to quantize to the 16th note. So I probably had a little swing to it. Now it's going to be pure. You can hear that. Again, there's hardly any bass at all. Not better. But it's going to distort. Okay, now for the bass, yeah, I'll probably just do something like that. I'm going to again turn off the EQ where I have it curved on the bottom, cutting off the bottom here. So hopefully I didn't go over the bar. Okay, I did not. I'm going to highlight that, quantize it, didn't move very much. Now I'm going to loop these so that they just keep going. Right? And now we have a Spanish progression. Okay, so let's get into the notes in here, okay? So first off, let me just show you the 2 chords. All right, and we can do this in open position too. A to D minor. So A would be, let's see. Hey, what's going on? Long time, Goldmine. So A would be, you could play in open position, you could go nothing on the bottom, and then O, 2, 2, 2, O, and then D minor would be nothing, nothing, and then, wait, let me just do the same thing here. Nothing, nothing, O, 2, 3, 1. Okay, that's one way to do it. And then, but the bar, you could do up here, and that would be A, and that would be 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5, and then D minor would be nothing, 5, 7, 7, 6, 5. So it's exact same shape, just moved up. That's the beauty of this chord progression. Is it's just A to D minor. See, I'm just moving my hand like this. So again, this is got my first finger barred. Electric guitar is a little bit easier to bar on. It wears you out less. If I'm barring on acoustics for too long, man, my hand starts to cramp up. But this is my seat normally higher? I feel like I'm sitting a little low. I can try to move the camera. I'm not going to touch the camera. If I get too close to the camera, it'll refocus, and then we'll be waiting 15 minutes. I'll just put my, I'll lift my foot up a little bit. Okay, so there's our, so we got 5th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret. So the finger is bar the 5th fret with the first finger, and then my 3rd finger is getting this note here at the 7th fret. My pinky's going to get the same fret right underneath it, and my 2nd finger is going to get the 6th fret right there. All right. Hopefully you can see that. And then just move it down to D minor. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm touching that bottom string with the tip of my first finger. That's a little trick to mute it so that if you accidentally hit it, it's not going to ring out. All right. So then we have the D minor, and that would be nothing, and then 5, 7, 7, 6, 5. And it's my first finger barring the 5th fret again, still. And then 3rd finger on the 7th fret, pinky on the 7th fret, 2nd finger on the 6th fret, and therefore you have D minor. It's the A minor shape moved up here. And this is the E shape moved up. So this is an E form A chord, and this is a an A form D minor chord. A form because it's built on this shape here, A minor, move it up, D, boom, okay? Oh, the sidebar with the scale notes is cutting off my, wait, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna change all of this up here. We're gonna, 2-chord vamp now is gonna become, I'm gonna edit this, okay? It's now gonna become A, just pure A. We could do A7. A7 is totally fine, but now we're just gonna be pure A major. And whoops, I keep clicking in the wrong thing. There we go. C sharp. And then this is going to be, nope, did the wrong one. F. Neighbor's dog is barking. Boy, that dog barks all the time. They just, and I can see that the dog's outside looking in the window. The kids are playing and everybody's in the house and the dog's just barking, let me in, let me in, let me in. And they just ignore him. And the whole neighborhood's like, oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Oops. No, I got to change that still. Hold on. It should be D minor. Okay. So that's our new 2-chord vamp. It's kind of a Spanish. It might kind of has some Greek vibes too, right? I mean, there's a lot of harmonic minor stuff, or melodic, yeah, harmonic minor. So the scale we're going to use, and here's the thing about this. We are definitely going to highlight notes. There's definite notes that you can highlight and note, make a melodic note of the change between the 2 chords. The D to the C sharp and the F to the E. The only common tone between these 2 chords is an A note. So you could sit on an A note the whole time and you know it's going to work, okay? So if you're a lazy rhythm player or you're a lazy soloist, or if you are tone deaf, then you could feasibly get away with just. Oh, I gotta put that. You could totally get away with that because that note is in both chords. All right, so we're gonna learn a new. We're going to learn a new scale. I think I'm just going to get rid of this. I don't need this at all. So here, hold on a second. Remove. All right. Yes. Okay. But this I'm going to just redo. All right. So I'm going to get rid of that. And we're going to call, this is going to be A harmonic minor. We'll start with a snippet, but I'm going to give you 2 octaves. I like to give you 2 octaves. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F. No, wait. I'm sorry. We're in the key. I want D harmonic minor. Sorry, my bad. I'm thinking we're in A like we were the other ones. Okay, sorry. User error, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, and C sharp. And that's where the love comes in right there. Woo, the B flat and that C sharp. That B flat over the A chord, it's sexy. So get ready to have your spouse go, what are you working on? You'd be like, oh, let's get busy. Okay, got to keep this PG. All right, so there's the D harmonic minor. Let's play it together. We're just gonna start here. It sounds so exotic by itself, but in the context of the jam, it will sound less exotic, maybe more Spanish. I'm not gonna play the jam yet, although we do. It does work. I haven't even. I mean, it's so fun to play over. So let's learn the D harmonic minor scale. And this is one where when I first played it just now, I kind of messed up because for one thing, you don't really know what's happening. I'll turn it up a little bit. Hopefully try to avoid the red here. You don't really know what's happening until you get that second chord. So you almost don't want to give it away too soon, and I did. And by give it away, I mean, I played that F, I played that B flat, I played the D. You know, I played the weird notes that don't fit over the A chord right away. Now we know that it's going to be D harmonic minor, okay? So D minor would be, let's play D minor. And that's going to be 5th fret. Go ahead and grab on the 5th string with your first finger. Okay, that's a D. We're playing the first note right here. Let's see if I can point at it. Right there. And then 3rd finger gets the E, which is at the 7th fret. Pinky will get the F, which is at the 8th fret. All right, then we're going to do the same exact pattern on the next string. On the 4th string, right here, it's G, A, and B flat. Okay, so play those first 6 notes. Okay, now if we were playing just a pure D minor, we would play a C natural. Okay. So that would be the 5th fret, C natural to the D. Okay? And so that would be if we were going maybe D minor to A minor. And I probably could have started this progression. Doesn't really matter. I could have started on the D minor chord. So in other words, all I have to do is start the... Oh. Wait. So if I start 2 bars in... Okay. Ultimately, it's going to end on a D minor chord. So if we start, even if we start on an A chord, the 1 chord is D minor. Okay, and we're ultimately, when we end the song, it's going to want to end on a D minor. Okay, now let's do the D harmonic minor. So same 6 notes to start with. Okay, so we have D, E, F, G, A, B flat. So 1st finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger. And that would also work down here. And then we're going to go 2nd finger. Going to finally bring in the 2nd finger. And then that's going to be at the 6th fret of the 3rd string. That's our C sharp and then D. And back down 7, 6, and then 4th string, 8, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. I can tell you're all playing, and I'm so grateful that you all have a guitar in your hand and you're trying to play this scale. tell because we're not getting a lot of comments right now. Not a lot of chat. Isn't that a great scale though? All right, let's continue that. So we're here at the 7th fret of the 3rd string. There's our D note. So let's say we're right here in the scale. We're on this D note now. We started on this D note right there, and we worked up and we're at this D note, and we're going to go 3rd finger at the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Then we're going to go to the 5th fret of the 2nd string and go 5, 6, 8. Okay. And then we're going to go 5, 6, 9. So we got, if we were doing D minor, we would just go to the C natural, but so it's a little bit of a reach, and then that's a real strong leading tone to that final D note. Boom, right over here. Oops, right there, okay? So the whole 2 octave. One thing you could do too is play it on the open D string. Really good to see that, to see the scales. Would that be horizontally up your fretboard or vertically? I don't. What's the opinion? Mainly because you can do like Dream On type licks, right? Which is a lot of what like the Greek bouzouki guys do. They'll play a lot on one string. Right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, everybody take a drink. Everybody take a drink. Sam's all excited right now. And Sam, I'm working on it. I'm trying to hold it. It's so hard to hold. It's like wedging it against my thigh. I want this hand to be free because the bouzouki players are so fast and their hand is just floating like this. This hand cannot be holding up this neck. So the only problem is I feel like my hand's too far up here, and I'm hitting the fretboard. I really want to use maybe this one. Practice on your own time, Tom. Sorry. So the cool thing about bouzouki is it's got octave strings on the bottom 2 strings are octave, top 2 strings are unison. So if you want that octave thing, you got to play on the bottom 2 strings. Usually when somebody says, hey, can you play bouzouki on my track? Fortunately, they usually mean just doing something like that where it's just like... Or it's just they want me to improvise. I mean, I can sight read on it. It's not a problem because it's basically a guitar. The top 4 strings of a guitar down a whole step. So instead of being D, G, B, E, which is that, it's that. I could probably tune it up to guitar, but I would have to get thinner strings. I'd be afraid these would break. They're not very tight, but anyway. So yeah, so the harmonic minor is very common in Greek music, as are a lot of other scales. Sam could give us a lecture on all the scales used in Greek, but stereotypically and non-Greek composers that are trying to, there's a scene in a Greek restaurant that, you know, the whole movie, none of the movie is Greek, but there's a scene in a Greek restaurant and they need some Greek music, and so they'll probably write something in harmonic minor, just because that's like the stereotypical thing. Same thing with Spanish music, but Spanish music often, Latin pop, see, this is a very Latin pop thing. So like I could go a whole nother direction here and go with like a rock sound. Maybe this one? I don't know, it's gonna be pretty hot. The 7 sounds great though. The 7th. And the C sharp sounds great over the A, but it also sounds really haunting over the D minor. So, but you have to use it in the right, you know. Yeah, the double harmonic minor. So let's see. It wouldn't be. It'd be A. Yeah, let me try that. So basically it's the same scale, but instead of a G, you're going to have a G sharp. I had to think about it. It's going to be starting on the A, B flat, C sharp, D, E, F, and then G sharp. So like if I were to play Miserlou in A. Okay, so that's the scale. Let me see if that works over this. With this sound, it might. Let's see. You know, the reason that scale may exist is so that you can take that D minor. Let me go back to a cleaner sound just so it's not so annoying. It is if you take that D minor shape right here, okay? So I'm playing just the fingered note, the non-first finger note, the non-bar notes of the D minor, okay? And if I just go down 1 fret, I get between these 2 chords, I get 6 of the 7 notes in that double harmonic major. Is it harmonic major? Double harmonic major? Yeah. So. And so it's kind of a quick way to find a little fast lick. In fact, if I go up to the A and hit that B flat, you kind of get that. That's the scale, essentially, kind of minimalized. The thing that I will notice a lot too is if we look at A chord here, okay, so I'm playing on the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd string. Yep, Sam's got it right there. Yeah, the 3rd is major, you're right, so it is a major, you got double major. So it's got that, and then it's got the A to C sharp and the E to G sharp. So that's a double major, I guess. That's where it's finding the double major. But if you take this A, okay, right, 2, 2, 2, and you go up a fret and play the B flat, there you have 6 of the 7 notes down here. The only one missing is the what's the one missing? G. So you can just kind of mess around with that. It's called cheating. So everybody's always looking for that magic bullet. Like, what's the one thing I need to work on, right? And so that I can be a master guitar player. I'm like, really? I've never ever met a master guitar player. I don't think there's never been one that actually existed, because the things that, there are guys that are close. Eric Johnson, Guthrie Govan. I can think of guitar players that are freaking monsters, but then they can't do classical stuff, or they can't do jazz stuff, or they can't do country, or they can't do metal, or whatever. Because a master would imply that you could do all of that stuff. You'd be a master guitar player, but you can be a master of one genre, no problem, I don't think. But I was tuned C, F, A, D, if that, on the bouzouki. Hey, Grizzly Mount, what's going on? Oh, nice, Mediocre Originals. Is that the name of the channel? The other thing you can do, if you want to kind of have this 3-note thing going on, the three notes per string, you can take the A, the B flat, and the C. The only note that's going to be outside the scales is going to be this C natural, but check it out. See that? So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. And again, it's a little silver bullet, a little magic bullet. It's kind of a custom scale or a hybrid scale, because it has the C natural in there. But for the most part, it works. And you can do any like A. You're gonna get some redundancy. Anywhere you can find an A triad, like I said, you're going to get some redundancy, like that's going to be redundant. Okay, I love playing over harmonic minor. I've gotten better at it over the last 10 years, which is encouraging. To me, it's always encouraging to get better at something. I'll be 63 in a couple months, so I'm like, dang it, you're battling the age thing, and so when there's certain, like tennis, maybe gonna try to play tennis on Wednesday. I'm not gonna try to play. I'm just gonna go out and hit balls. But I'm really out of shape, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it is addictive to be writing and recording and all that kind of stuff. I love doing it. All right, so let's talk about some of these differences. Okay, so we have a progression here: A, the D minor. Okay, so let's start with the A note. Okay, let's play the A note right here. Okay, at the fourth string, seventh fret. That one works over both chords. Watch. Now, right above it is that B flat, and that note is not in either one of the chords, but it works so nice. Let's play this A now. Fifth fret, first string. It's just kind of got a cool sound to it, even though that B flat isn't over either one of those, isn't in either one of those chords. Over the chord, it has a certain sound. Okay, now let's look at well, actually, A and B flat would be in this key would be the 5 and flat 6 in the key of D minor. Okay, so now let's go to the C sharp. So the C sharp right here, we're on the third string, 6th fret, and we're going to go to D. So over the A chord, we're going to play C sharp, and over the D minor chord, we're going to play D. You can tease it, and you can also okay, so the C sharp is going to work. It's going to be super strong over the A chord, and then the D is going to be better over the D minor chord. But both will work, particularly as grace notes or slide in notes, or well, yeah, but that would be a grace note. See, I could totally over the D, grace note descending, grace note descending. So the C sharp is the grace note, and then the D is the target note, and then reversing that over the A chord, you could do that. So it's just a little trick to give your melodic ideas a little bit of flavor. Okay, a little bit of salt. I pan fried some fillets last night, steaks, and I put some oregano, it was butter and garlic, and then I put some oregano in there, and I put some dried chive and a lot of ground salt and ground pepper, and on the steaks themselves, and fried them up in a pan, and they were freaking amazing. And it was, I was amazed at how much, the garlic affected, and It had a great crystal outside to the steak because of the butter. So, oh, there's if you go the very top there, Grizzly, there's a Discord invite link. You can click on that, and they do have a tab on the Discord. So that's an invite link. So that allows you to become a member. So you'll just have to create an account. And what we suggest is that you use Grizzly Mountain Man as your handle on Discord, just so we know who you are. I believe on Discord you can have multiple handles. So if you're known, like Discord has a lot of like gamers on there. So if you're known as this person on a game or something like that, then I think when you're on that chat room or whatever, you can use that handle. So you can change your handle, no problem. But it's interesting. Discord's, I've never really gotten into it, but it's definitely something that is beneficial to us, because anytime I create a PDF, or like for example on this, I'm actually going to create an MP3. I'm going to upload the MP3 of this to the Discord so that you can practice jamming over this. Yeah, and also just an FYI, and you're not in trouble or anything like that, so don't worry about it, Bruce or Bob or anything. But yeah, promote your stuff there, not here in the chat of my channel, if that makes sense. Okay, you can promote me all you want. You go, hey, I saw this video of you. My favorite video is your video on this. You can put well, I don't even know if anybody else but me can put links in the chat. But anyway, just so you know. We know you have that stuff now, and everybody has your handle here, and we can go find you. And then if you post them in Discord, then we can listen to them there. And just a heads up to people, if you see a video in a forum of some kind, I have my video. So there's a setting, and I can change it, but the setting is allow your videos to be embedded. And I always have my videos embedded. I allow it. However, the problem with it is if you watch it in the space where it's embedded, there are no ads and I make no money from them. So I could have 1 million views, but if they're all on embedded videos and forums, then it's a problem. That's why you'll sometimes see, oh, you can't watch this. You have to click on the link or whatever. That's because they've disabled embedding. Yes, it totally sounds like a Carlos Santana thing. Carlos would do the harmonic minor, or he would do a lot of minor vamps. I mean, it's in D minor. Black Magic Woman's just D minor, so it's actually in regular D melodic minor, or not D melodic minor, just D minor. Now. Again, I mentioned earlier we wouldn't use D minor 7, but we could use, I think, in a lot of cases, A7 sounds really nice in this. So you could totally add a G to this and play an A7. It just, to me, that just makes it sound a little bit more interesting. And so I can even do it here. I'll click on the keyboard. So it's a pure A. Now, but I'm going to take this A down to a G natural. Listen. Maybe take that last G back up to an A. And then do it again here. Maybe go. Just maybe mix it up a little bit. Yeah, so I like the sound of that A7 chord. So when I ultimately make a vamp of this or something, and post it, I'll probably, do. I feel like that G kind of gives you a little path from the A to the F natural, which is nice. Like this. Oops. Sorry. I like that G natural. So the A7 chord just sounds kind of nice to me. So, but because it is in this key, and this is an actual key. And notice that we have a B flat and a C sharp in it. You could actually have a key signature where you have a B flat at the beginning and a C sharp. You could actually have, what is this? Oh, this is the theme to Palm Royale. If you haven't watched Palm Royale, see, watch here. I can put a video in here. I played on this. I don't really hear my guitar too much, but I'm in there, so I'll take it. Let's see. YouTube. Palm Royale theme. Make sure it comes from the correct place. And that's a trailer. Here's the opening sequence. Okay, so it's a really fun piece, so I worked on the show. I think I did the theme from home, and then I came in and did some music, episodic music, and I'm doing a night of, we're gonna do some music for kind of promote the show and the music of the show at a studio. We're gonna go live. I don't think it's going to be broadcast, but it's going to be at a studio, kind of a party. For all the Emmy mucky mucks, try to get some Emmy love for the show. It would be great if Jeff got a nomination for an Emmy on that. It would be phenomenal. Apple isn't really promoting it. I think Apple is promoting Masters of the Sky, and that is Blake Neely, a different composer. So they're kind of pulling out all the stops on that one to try to, but they don't want to compete with themselves for Emmy nominations. So, but Jeff did a phenomenal job on that theme, and it just totally sounds like the '60s. The whole thing takes place in Palm Beach, in Florida, 1969. So it's definitely got this cool vibe. It's funny. All right. So let's look at a couple different spots here where we can play this scale. Okay. Let's go up to the. Let's go do the open D string. How about that? Let's just mess around with that for a little bit, because it's a lot of fun to play on a string. So we go open, 2. You go do everything with your first finger here just to find it. 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and then here's the money note. 11. Sorry, and then 12. 12, 11. 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, open. Let's do it again, and I want you to do it from memory. 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 11, 12. 12, 11, 5, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 0. Okay, so if you were to do kind of a hammer-on kind of dream on kind of vibe, you know, the, right? So what I'm doing there is I'm hammering on 11, 12, 11. Okay. Do that. And then I'm sliding down to 8. See that? Then I'm going to hammer on 8 to 11. That's hard. And pull off back to 8. And I'm just sliding down 1 fret. So these are kind of like legatos in that it's a hammer on, pull off, and a slide. So you actually have 3 different tools, different elements of guitar playing in one 4-note phrase. Well, actually 4 things, because you're picking. So you got to pick, hammer on, pull off, and slide. So it's 4 elements of guitar playing all in one little lick. So it's not easy, but once you have it down, you have it down. You'll always have it down. And I'm actually not even plucking it after the first note, because I'm able to generate. See, one of the things, when you hammer on, you generate vibration to the string if you do it right. We've talked about this before. When you hammer on, you kind of want to imagine pushing your finger through the fretboard. You don't want to lay your finger down like this. You want to use the tip of your finger. And then when you pull off, you pull towards the floor. It's not a pure pull off. If you pull it straight off, you're going to lose vibrations. But if you kind of pluck it by pulling it down towards the floor, you're going to generate vibrations. And then when you slide, you can generally actually create volume, a little bit of volume by sliding. Okay? But most of that volume is going to come from the hammer on and the pull off. So watch this. I'm going to do that whole. I'm not even plucking except the first note. That's all coming from the hammer on and pull off. All of that volume is coming from that. But you can pluck each note. So it would sound like this. I mean, pluck each starting note, or you can pluck every note. A little messy, trying to get those two hands synced. We also have a G string. So, no, okay, get your head out of the gutter. Oh, you've been practicing that with Dreama? Was it? And it's funny because it actually, right? It does an E natural going up. I think it goes E flat on that fall down, so it's weird. It's kind of like F harmonic minor going up, and then which is kind of like melodic minor. That's the weird thing about melodic minor scales. Melodic minor scales are different ascending than they are descending. Melodic minor has a raised 6th and 7th ascending, and then they're back to being flat, so it's a pure minor descending. Okay, everybody take a sip because I'm going to change guitars again. Segovia scales do that. So, trying to think. It's the D harmonic. I'm trying to remember what the D minor scale is in B flat is. F is is here? I'm gonna have to pull that book out. I don't remember it starting. I think it's what it is. That's what it is. What is it? Dang it! How did? See. So anyway, my brain is. It's been a long time since college. Let's put it that way. So if I were to do like G melodic minor, dang it. I think that's the Segovia method. So, oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. It's a raised 6. That's it. Dang it. That's when you're playing fast. That's one of the tricks to, and I'm not warmed up. But is to do dotted 16ths, or even dotted like 30, double dotted 30 seconds, like. So you usually start with 8 notes, 2, 3, shoot. Try not to look at my hands. And then triplets. Then 16th notes. And then the dotted 16th. And I'd usually do them 10 times in a row each way. And if I messed up, I have to start at 0. That was hard work. I got them down. I memorized them pretty quick that way. But and this would be the same for, I think, C sharp minor is the same. I don't even know if guitar is doubling that. It sounds like to me guitar is doubling that. Anyway, goes right into Stairway to Heaven at that point in F minor. It was a pretty common progression back in the day. So, pretty common progression back in the day. Let's see. All right, let's see. What time is it? Oh, gosh. Okay, it's been an hour and a half. Well, what time did I start? How long does it say I've been on? Oh, yeah, hour and a half. Hour and 26 minutes and 56 seconds. 47 seconds, 48 seconds, 49. Okay, whatever. All right. So, yeah, so the 2-chord vamp thing I think sounds a little bit better with a dominant 7th on the 5 chord, the A7. Thank you, Joseph. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, Hashim, what's going on? Didn't see you there. Yeah, harmonic minor is freaking dope. We're not even getting into. I see your name Hashim, and it immediately makes me think Arabic, and I'm like, man, all those beautiful Arabic scales. Like, okay, we're going back to getting instruments out here, and we're in D minor, so. Now this is kind of a crappy electric flat. I like it because the back's flat, so it doesn't fall off my lap. Oh no, we got blurry. Oh, wait, come on. My thing spun around here because I tipped my head down. Let's see if I'm in tune. At least this has. See, I love this because it has regular tunes on it. Not quite in tune. It's an oud, but sorry, let me see if I can get focused. Come on. I don't know why cameras can be so stupid. There we go. And the tuning on this is really weird. I mean, I'm used to it. Once it takes me a second. What you saw, I was like fishing. It's D, G, A, D, G, C. And there's a reason for that, I believe. I don't know this for a fact, but basically the idea is you're often playing in, and I'm not using the proper. So the proper, here's a pick for an oud. This is pretty typical as a bone, and I think it's cow bone, and it's very flexible. So I'm not even sure how it's bone, but they said it's bone. It definitely looks kind of like. Yeah, it looks artificial, so it's probably artificial bone. But basically, you got your D note there, and it's a single string. Everything else is doubled. You got this, and that's your tuning pitch. And there's my other D. And what I just did there was a maqam. That's a very common. I don't know the names of the maqams. I apologize. But what I'm playing is a note that's. There's E flat, there's D, E flat, and F, kind of. Let me get a piano up here. I gotta find the. Is that one not? Is that? I chose the one that's not doing anything. Oh, that should be changing the pitch. Oh, it's that one. Oh, right. So basically, you keep kind of hitting this note to keep tuning. But if I hit E flat, I'm creating kind of a D Phrygian. If I hit E natural, try to hit. I'm hitting a D regular minor. But what they would do, oftentimes in Arabic music, they play the note in between E flat and E natural. So it sounds like this. It sounds out of tune, but not to people that grew up listening to Arabic music. But the thing is, when I get asked to play oud, very rarely does anybody ever, nobody's ever asked me to play a legitimate Arabic scale. Usually they want, like in the case of D minor or whatever, they want a Phrygian or minor. And I can do a Phrygian with with an F sharp, you could do that. Was that the fourth mode of A? No. Oh, it's the fifth mode of G minor, G harmonic minor. Now, the reason that they use this pick, they used to use feathers, so they would hold a feather in their hand and play. And keep in mind, this is the father of the lute. And the lute is the father of the guitar, so this predates the guitar. The oud does not have frets. That's how I can play those middle notes. If I want to go to the 4 chord, I hit the second string, and that's a G note. It's a lot. Exactly, Gary. Reshut, right. You're right. It's called a reshut. And a lot of times if you're playing, a lot of times when composers ask me to play oud, it's you want to hear a lot of slides and things like that, things you can't really do on guitar. Now, right about here is the fifth, which is nice. So right where the body and the neck join. So I get the fifth of the G. Here's the G. Basically A, B flat, C, and D. And I get the low D. And then I have the fifth right here. So I keep hitting that A just so I'm tuning. And a lot of the scales, the different maqams as they're called in Arabic, are not transposable. So you can't do like this D maqam that I was just playing with a. You wouldn't do it E flat or E natural or F or anything like that. So this has to go this way. Yeah, let's go this way. So, it's cool. It has a pickup in it. I don't really ever use the pickup, but oh dang it, we went blurry again. I'm thinking about doing a video. So I think I'm going to do like a jam, like me playing a long jam track kind of thing. And I may do another video. Let me see. Have I done a video on Maybe I have done a video on it. Let me look. Search band. Let me search. Oops. Oh, I did do a video back in 21. How many did I have back then? Yeah, okay, well, I just got a new instrument, so I was thinking, but I'm like, okay, I already did a video on why so many banjos. Dang it, come on. I don't know why they could, you know, got all this AI technology. This is a fairly new camera, but I'm not a fan of it. Because it will change focus, and then not change back. Come on. There we go. Holy cow. How is that so hard to understand? You can also, because like I said, the G string, I was talking about the G string. The G string, we can start on the G note and play on the G string too. Right? So you could do one string, and a B string wouldn't work because it's a B flat, but you could do the A string, you could do the scale on the A string, which would be A, B flat, C. So it doesn't hurt. And then what happens when you learn them on all the strings is that ultimately what you can do is you can start to, start to see them connect on the fretboard and creating familiar shapes. And that's, I think, a byproduct of actually learning a scale on one string. Did we ever determine if that was vertical or... Yeah, no, they're nylon, but yeah, they're nylon, and then they're like a classical guitar, Sam. Yeah, we got, SIP, because I just changed back to acoustic. I mean, back to the electric. Yeah, so they're nylon, and then they're kind of like classical strings. In other words, the lower strings are nylon hairs wrapped in steel, and it's getting pretty old. I need to replace those strings. That one is easier to play because it's got the geared tuners, and it's a flat back. And it could just sit on my lap, but it doesn't sound as good as my $300 crappy Egyptian oud that I got years and years ago. It just doesn't sound quite as legit. But that one's got friction tuners, and it's a round back, so it's just like I'm fighting it. So much of the time is spent tuning it. But that electric is in the E standard. Yep, E standard. It's maybe a little out of tune, but it seems to be okay. Now, we got the D minor pentatonic right up here. Now, in the D minor pentatonic, we have a C note, which I told you is kind of verboten. Like, I wouldn't go to D minor 7. It's just too jazzy sounding for this kind of vibe. I would go to a pure D minor, so just D, F, A. But if you want to kind of work around a harmonic, or the D minor pentatonic, which up at the 10th fret would be 10, 13, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 13, 10, 12. You can, because Santana would spend a lot of time in the minor pentatonic scale, but he also wouldn't be playing a lot of times over that dominant seventh thing, so the dominant 5 chord. He might use a pure A minor for the 5 chord. So, but if you can remember to sharp that C sharp, so you get this. Oops, sorry. A little hard, and it's not natural. You can still do the C natural. The C natural over the A7 is going to sound like a blues note. So, but if you want to, you can find the notes that are missing, the B flat, the C sharp, and the E, that are in the D harmonic minor scale. You can start to add those in it. So let's play this part, right? Layla lick here. And that has the C natural in it. So the D minor pentatonic works fine over the D minor chord because there's no 7th and there's no C sharp in there. It's not really conflicting. So if you can kind of find the D harmonic minor scale here. That. So what I did was I kind of really tried to play D harmonic minor, emphasizing the notes in the A triad. But then once I got to the D minor chord, and since I've got the progression set up where it's 2 bars of each, I've got a lot of time. So you can really literally go into that if I were to do like a lead sound. I could do the D minor blues too over the D minor chord. Again, it's because it's sitting on it for so long. If it were just like 2 beats of each, you might have a little trouble getting away with that. But now I'm just showing off. Now I'm just showing off. But that's the the nice thing about just that pure D minor. You can kind of approach it a lot of different ways. I can play the D because there's no C in it. I can play that melodic minor or the harmonic minor. I can even... I can even just... I can just do, like, visualize that. These 3 notes at the 10th fret, top 3 strings, and go up a fret or down a fret and get some interesting kind of... a little weird, but stupid little things like that. You don't want to. You might use those to come up with a melody for a song or an idea for a melody for a song. especially an instrumental tune. Melodically, singing wise, that might be a little weird, but that E flat can kind of work over the D, and even the D sharp can kind of be kind of cool. But anyway, D minor is the key. Is that the key for Layla? I was pretty sure D minor was the was the key. Where are we here? Oh, here's this. Well, that's not the piano I want. Was it? I'm getting. Such a beautiful scale to mess around with. Some things on piano are super easy. So. I'm just playing all white keys. D, E, F, G. Get to that black key there, that C sharp. Just to prove that I'm not a racist. I only prefer white keys. Anyway, it's fun. And this has piano weighting on it, so it's a little hard to play. When I got it, I thought it was light weighting, so I was a little bummed. Now I'm used to it, but dang, at first I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill my hands trying to play piano. There's a lot of compression on that. Let me see. Get rid of that. Oh, much better. What's that from? Some Disney thing. Is it Little Mermaid? Sounds like Chopin or Liszt or something. Who both really, really liked. Oh, that's right. So, thank you. Let's see. Layla. But what's the piano part though? What chords does it do during that part? Isn't the piano? No, I think Layla. Yeah. So this B flat. That's the chorus. Layla. The riff is in D minor, pentatonic. That D minor pentatonic. Piano part is in C. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Right? Got you. See? Is that the song? Otherwise it goes to there. No. Now I'm probably going to get a copyright strike. Is that right? Oh, okay. Gary, thanks. I was like, I knew it was something like that. It probably first time, well, that's not true. The Beatles did it. The first time I heard that minor 6 chord, that I was like, what? What? That F minor 6 is like, I call that a money chord. It's like, that's the money right there. Boom. If they had never gone to that chord, that song would never have been a hit. That's what I believe. I totally believe that. 100%. It's going to be videos now. Tom Strahle said this. Can you believe he said this? But I'm kind of like, sometimes it's like, it doesn't ever get sad. You know, that's kind of a happy chord progression, right? First inversion 1 chord to the 4 chord. Hey, it's like a Barry Manilow song. Oh, he would use minor 6 chords. He knew how to write a song. Barry Manilow, holy crap, what a great songwriter. Not one of my favorites, but man, it's like when we'd sit down and listen and go, yeah, dang it, that's a catchy song. You'd be like, why do I like this song? I catch myself singing it. Rita Coolidge. Oh, really? C sharp? Yeah, that's a lot of chords in that song, huh? Yeah, don't play 8 bars. Yeah, exactly. We'll find out. I'll let you know next week if I got a copyright strike for it. I don't know. We'll see. If there's a gap in my video, if I let them co-monetize it with me, then there'll be an ad every 5 minutes, and that drives me insane. I probably make more money off of it, but you guys aren't going to watch a video where there's a 2-hour video where every 5 minutes you're having to click through two ads. Ridiculous. I will set up I have a default set, and I think you're getting ads. I don't know. I have a default set to do an ad every, monetization. Every 30 minutes. Yep. Oh, yeah, I can show ads to viewers at different times to maximize revenue. Yeah. That's clever, actually. I should do that. What do we get up to here? We got 29, 20, 29 a couple times. We just came off at 27. We're at 23 right now. Viewers. I'm talking about viewers. Joseph, thanks for the coin. Also, John, I think John's gone. John is a dentist and probably had to do some drilling. So it just makes me hurt thinking about it. But yeah, so that money chord, that when it goes to that F minor, 6, it's like all these feelings come up. It's just the beauty of the power of music. And I'm always kind of trying to write songs like when I write hooks for artists and for young writers, I'm always like, you know what? There needs to be. I have a song out there. I can't really promote it too much because it's called I Ain't SHIT. But you can look it up. Oh, I can send it to you. In fact, there's a video of me playing it. In fact, we changed the key from the original. And it's actually, I'm not going to say it brings in a lot of money, but it brings in pennies. Let's see. Here, there's a video of me. We got 24,000 views. The original one has 11 or 100,000 views in the original key. This one's, so the lyrics are horrible. I mean, not horrible. They're horrible. They're not very Christian. I didn't write the lyrics. I just wrote the chords underneath it. So I've got a percentage of the song, and but there's one point where, in fact, somebody was asking me to do a tutorial on it, but I kind of didn't want to do a tutorial on a song called I Ain't Blank. It was, I think originally it was in D minor, and I changed it to. I don't remember. went to a weird chord at some point. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to pull it up later. But it actually is the moment where you're like, whoa, what just happened there? So that's, to me, is, you know, it's not the same 4 chords over and over again in one key. You like actually surprise people. And I call that a money chord. So a half step lower. Oh, was I half step? Was it in? Man, yeah, time flies. I should probably get going. I got some work to do. I'm going to try. So don't need to do why so many banjos, although I got a new banjo. I got a mandolin banjo, a 1917 Gibson mandolin banjo. Alex found it on Facebook Marketplace. Kind of cool story. I can get it out. Okay, just wait 1 second. Hold on. Original case, which is super duper cool. It's a Gibson 1920 or 1917 Gibson man, and I don't have one of these. And Alex saw it on, I don't know what he was looking for, but he found it on Facebook Marketplace, just down the, not too far, about 20 minutes from here. So he put a new head on it and new bridge. The bridge is sagging a little bit. It's a little buzzy. I actually, one of the way you raise the action on banjos is you tighten the head, and it makes the head come up like this, and it raises the fret. So it's the workmanship is so amazing, and you know, for what I'll use, it sounds more like a banjo than a mandolin. Out of tune too, but. I love how you can play triads really fast on a banjo. On a mandolin. But the workmanship is phenomenal. I think he replaced this too. This is not original. So it's not completely original. Basically the string cover. In fact, I might. Yeah, it's heavy though. I don't know if I'll hang it, because I don't want it to fall. But one of those things where I'm going to forget that I have it if I don't hang it out. But if I put it in a guitar hanger, I think the headstocks may be too narrow. I can get a mandolin wall hanger that I can put it in, and it would work. It would be cool to put somewhere, huh? It might fit there. Let's see. Just barely fit up there, but I could put, I'd put a couple of them up there. I could put both mandolins up there. I'm always looking for places to hang stuff because I got so many things. The problem is everything rings out. I'm gonna have to get like a bunch of mutes that I can put in all of the guitars hanging on my walls, because I think that was too long. The Bandoluria was 14 strings up there, the red instrument on the wall above the YouTube plaque. But anyway, so that was my new gear purchase this week. It wasn't very expensive. The story behind it, though, the guy, his wife had just passed away. He was basically emptying his house. He had a nice banjo, but he wanted $2,000 for it, and I didn't want to spend. I didn't have any interest in spending $2,000 on a banjo. I already have a banjo, 5-string. But he, his wife passed away just a few weeks ago, and she's a famous. In fact, they even did a story on her on Variety, and she's a very famous, or not. I wouldn't say famous. There's no such thing as a famous stunt woman, but she was a very well-known stunt woman in the business, and she'd done a lot of things. Her name was, I can't think of it right offhand. He was, you could tell he was really bummed, and my wife and I just kind of loved on him a little bit and hung out with him for a while, and I got this thing tuned up. It took a while to tune it up so that I could make sure that it wasn't going to fall apart in my hands. And so, but he was a super nice guy, and his wife was like the stunt woman. I mean, she'd done stuff. She died. She was 72 when she died. Or 82. I think she was 82, and she was doing stuff into her 70s. She was Linda Carter's stunt double for Wonder Woman, so I could probably find her name in that. So, yeah, I paid $500 for it, Gary. So it was. Yeah, you see them for about $1,000 on, $1,500 up to $1,500 on Reverb they're rare, very rare. See them. Deering does have a really good YouTube channel, but yeah, it's kind of in that strike place for me. If there's an instrument that I don't have and it's a good deal at $500, I'll buy it. If it's something I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have one of those, $500. Okay, that's for me a strike point. Used to be $300. There are a couple times where I wish I'd just had that rule in place. I ran across a Weizenborn, believe it or not, for $300 back in the day, and back in the 90s. And I was like, that's cool. I don't have one of these. $300, it's a lot of money. And then I got home and I was telling Beth, and she just goes, you should get it. And I went back over there and it was gone within 2 hours. I went back 2 hours later and it was gone. And it was like, those are about $5,000 to $10,000 now. That same instrument that I could have gotten for $300, I could have turned around and sold for probably $6,000. Not the same day, but years later. So I have a Weizenborn. I have a gold tone Weizenborn. I don't really use it very much. It sounds great to me. It sounds fine. I'm not a kind of a snob when it comes to this stuff. I mean, to get a vintage Gibson, anything is for $500 is pretty much a no-brainer, right? And if it was falling apart or something, but the workmanship, I have a 1920 Gibson tenor banjo. That thing is just amazingly well built, and this is exactly the same. It's the same builders and stuff. So. I'm assuming that the banjo mandolin thing was mostly for mandolin orchestras to give them another tone, because mandolin orchestras around the turn of the century were a pretty big thing. You can find videos of mandolin orchestras. They're pretty rare because they didn't really have motion pictures back then, but you can find photographs. Let's see if we can find one here. Yeah, let's see. Images. Yeah, it's crazy. So like if I save this, let's see. Look at the size of some of these mandolins. And some of those are like the Gibson guitars, the harp guitars and things. And there's a cello there. But you can see the women in the front are playing mandolins. There's cellos in the back there. I think there's some bass mandolins too. A lot of mandolin, but that's a mandolin orchestra. Isn't that crazy? And that was a big thing back in the day. Here's another one. Yeah. And now I don't see anybody playing. And those are all roundbacks. Look at that. They're all the roundback ones, not the bluegrass ones. There's a guitar back there. Yep, there's some guitars back there. So it's guitars and mandolins, but mostly mandolins. I'm assuming the guitars would do lower notes and things like that. This guy on the far right looks pretty small. Interesting. Alexander Desplat, is that how you say his name? He did a mandolin orchestra thing. I would love to do one. It would be kind of fun to. I wish. See, they have it today too. Here's the Milwaukee Mandolin Orchestra, so they still do it. I wonder if there's I wouldn't be good enough a mandolin to be able to do it though. I've never heard of one. Oops. In Los Angeles. But mandolin and chamber orchestra. It would be cool if they did, because I've seen, like, you can find videos of mandolin orchestras playing like the Vivaldi Four Seasons. Sorry, it's got a big giant red. There we go. Anyway, it's kind of cool. I like the sound, but in Budapest, Grand Budapest Hotel, Alexander Desplat did some, I think, Grand Budapest Hotel, that film, which is a kind of a fun film. I like Wes Anderson. Let's see if I can find Alexander Desplat. Grand Budapest Hotel. Mandolin. Score suite. Yeah, maybe this. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, this is yeah. Yeah, I think there's a mandolin orchestra in this. I actually messed around with the recording. I have the Arabic. I'm sorry. I have the Irish. Got to get rid of this window. Sorry. Okay, and this window. All right. The Irish bouzouki, which I could use as a bass mandolin. I don't have a mandocello or a mandola. So a mandolin is tuned like a violin, a mandola is tuned like a viola, and a mandocello obviously is tuned like a cello. And then a bass mandolin is just a mandolin down an octave. And I don't like tuning the D string on the top up to E. This is kind of, yeah. So I need another dadgad video too. I need to do I actually had an idea for a dadgad video where I go through and do like a bunch, like show you the 1 chord, the 2 chord, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 chord in D major, D minor, and then for writing and for messing around, so you can kind of find songs and stuff like that. But yeah, it would be fun. I pulled up with that banjo mandolin. I pulled up Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and I was trying to play some of the violin parts on that. It's like insanely fast. It's like it's and the nice thing about, I mean, the good and the bad. For one thing, the frets are a lot smaller, so that makes it harder for people with big hands. but you can play 4 notes per string because you have to, because it's, you know. Getting that sync together is hard. 4 notes per string. And so violin players are always playing 4 notes per string. When they're playing scales, it's, you know, 4 notes. And so I'm thinking about getting a cello. I want to find just a serviceable cello. Just something that I can hit some notes on, maybe do some slides and pitches and play a little bit. You know, it's going to take a while to be able to change strings and things like that. I'll take it slow, but hoping to get a gig score in a TV show, and if I get it, I'm going to probably want to be able to kind of play a cello note here or there, nothing fancy. If I need something really well done, I'll hire musicians to do it, but it just depends on what the budget is on the show. I don't know. It's an outside shot of getting it, but we'll try. I'll try. Be great. So, yes. Joseph, yeah, those pictures, those old pictures, everybody, and one of the reasons why I think that they were told not to smile oftentimes is they were just told just relax, because sometimes the exposure took a while, right? And so the film wasn't as fast as it is today, or just not even that many years. Yeah, channeling my yo-yo ma. Good luck with that. Hey, John, I'm still. You missed it all. You missed me thanking you. I was trying to sign off like a half hour ago, and I was thanking you and Joseph for donating to the cause. It's appreciated. You can also donate on videos, which is cool. Yeah, everybody thinks I'm leaving, so everything's dropping off here. So anyway, John, you just showed up just in time to get the real goodbye. Oh, and Pepper just showed up. Oh no, I have a bucket with a stick in it. I have that too. That in the corner, yeah, the electric wash tub. But I actually have a real wash tub base, but I'm not going to go get it. It's in the garage. It's all dusty. I'd have to clean it off where I brought it in the house. Oh, you were listening. Okay, all right. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna sign off. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, we'll see you next Monday. Maybe I'll drop a video. So I want to do a video where I'm jamming, where you can a jam track. I'll probably do one of those. Maybe do that today, where I'm jamming over the minor 7 to dominant 7th. Let me bounce this. It's not. Let's see. I'll make it actually end on a chord. Well, I'll try to do it. I'll try to do it right. So, and I'll bounce this and the MP3 and put it up in the Discord. So it's another reason to join the Discord group, and that you can download for free or whatever. Practice with it. I don't make any money from that, but I just do it for you. So, but I will make a video, and then in the future, if you want to practice jamming along with it, use the video, because that is monetized. So anyway, God bless you all. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.